Dance Legend here for Dance Legend Collects, back with another belt review. Today we are taking a look at the 2013 Big Logo, Scratch Logo WWE Championship belt, made by Altair Belts, Altair. So we'll go over to the table, take a look at the belt in detail, and we'll also do a comparison with the replica as well. So let's jump right over there and do that now. Alright, and here we are taking a look at the 2013 Scratch Logo, Big Logo, whatever we want to call this thing, WWE Championship belt. It was only used briefly on TV for, like a year and a half or something like that, before it was replaced by the network logo. But a lot of people love this belt, and for good reason, as we finally got a more realistic version of the belt made by a maker, Altair Belts, Altair. This thing is amazing. In person, it is simply stunning. Like, I don't have many words for the belt here. And the video just doesn't do it any justice. Like, it's a masterpiece, to say the least. This is a culmination of years of work with both the art and manufacturing process that had to be done, as this is not just the replica art being used for the belt. Everything was made from the ground up for this belt to be produced. From an art and manufacturing standpoint, like, several things had to be done and adjusted just to get everything right for the belt and to capture all the details that are necessary. So you can see there. Premium materials were used for the construction. From zinc was used here. Premium cubic zirconia stones were used, imported. These stones didn't come from Pakistan. Altair imported the stones. And this is my custom side disc that I had made from another maker, and it does fit. So I just have this on here, mostly for branding purposes, and to show that various side discs that you may already own will fit this belt. So here we'll go across different areas of the belt here. We have the Scratch Logo W here, with all the individual stones, and I did do a comparison between this belt and the real belt, and each stone is accounted for. I don't remember how many off the top of my head, but each stone is accounted for here, and they match up 1-to-1. And we have the stones in the corner as well. This is one of the sticking points as well for a lot of different attempts, and even a replica. Some versions of the replica, some of the Figs Ink versions had these rounded corners here instead of the pointy corners that the current replica has. And attempts from other makers, they just use the replica art, and they don't notice the differences between the replica and the real belt, as there are many differences. Mostly, like I said, with the artwork here, you can see the differences. And we will bring the replica on and compare it here in a moment here. Then we have the side plates here. Major thing here are the 3D side disc here, with the WWE logo being raised off the surface there, as it should be on the real belt. The replica versions has this W flat, like everything is just flat across, and there's no 3D pop or anything. So that's one of the things we had to do to capture the details there. Make sure we left no stone unturned. Thickness of the belt. Let's get into that, huh? It is a main plate with a base plate as well. So together, they are about 10 millimeters. The base plate alone, I believe, is about 3 millimeters. So it's stacked. And this is a leather insert as well, stacked on top of the base plate. So this is solid here, and it does not go all the way through to the bottom to the back of the leather like other makers would do. They always miss the insert. That's very important. Put the insert in there. Not just stamp and tool the actual leather. Put an insert in there. It has to go on top of the base plate. That's the proper way for it to be made. And yeah, so you can see the thickness there. All the stones are hand laid, and set correctly. Don't have any stones that are crooked or popping out of place or anything like that. They're all laid flat perfectly. Sort of another issue that a lot of different attempts had was the stone setting. Like, they sort of get sloppy with that and do things like leave excess glue everywhere, wrong size stones, crooked stones, you name it. But Altair really knocked it out the park on pretty much everything for this belt. Then we also have the bars here. We have the thick bars, just as we should. We have excellent and proper spacing between the plates and the bars there. And we have a nice curve on the side plates, and a nice curve also on the main plate. Can't quite get my hand under there, but there's a nice curve on it. And as far as I know, it's pretty accurate to how that curve should be. The side discs are front mounted with a screw here, and also a mounting screw on the back. So that's how the real version was as well. So just in case there's some cross threading happening or strip screws or something, they can easily replace it and swap that out. So that is accurate. Moving on to the leather here, we have the WWE stamped here, the proper, like, I don't know, diagonal square tooling going around here. We have the clamshell tooling going around as well. And we have the snap box here with this sort of stamping or in here and tooling going around the bevel, going around the border there. We have a 2x8 on this side. There you go, Altair belts, crafted by. Have a nice backing as well, where all the screws are covered on the back. Then coming over to the other side, we have the wider tooling area here. That WWE logo, I'm not sure what this type of stamp is called, but pear or something, pear stamping, I don't know. Let me know in the comments. I'm sure someone will. Got the square diamond things going around the border there. Snap box here, we have 2x5 on this side, as it should be. And we also have the one-piece belt tip there, all one piece. And we have number 1. This is the very first one off the production line. So yeah, overall, I'm very impressed by this. There's not much I can really say that should be improved or anything like that. It's pretty much perfect. I'm sure someone will pick out some things or whatever, but the way belts work is as long as the owner is happy with the belt, right? That's how it should work. In terms of weight, this belt weighs about 8.5 to 9 pounds or so. I did put it on the scale and weighed it, so I think it came out to about like 8.6 pounds, something like that. So we'll just say 8 to 9 pounds this belt will be. So there can be some variations in that. But yeah, this belt is made of zinc, 24 karat gold plated, and again, cubic zirconia stones. I believe these are 5A cubic zirconia stones. They are imported and they are right sized. So the thing I was saying with that is, see how they fit into the stone holders there. You should be able to see some gold around the edges of all the stones there, as you can see. They shouldn't wrap over like the gold there. So nicely done. All right, let's take a close look at the side disc here. Again, that WWE logo is popping off the side disc, as it should, and it's not flat like the replicas. And what I'm talking about there is, here's the replica side disc here on the left, and here's the one from this belt on the right. And immediately you should be able to tell some differences. See how on the replica, the WWE logo is flat. Everything is flattened out in appearance there. While on this one, it's 3D. It pops. Put on your 3D glasses here. So yeah. All right, and another question someone may have is, can you put the replica side disc on this belt? And as we see here, they are pretty much the same size, but there's the caveat of you have to remove the post from the replica side disc, and also, you know, drill some holes where the stone is there on the corners there. And I'm pretty sure this will fit, as they're about the same size. The ones on this belt are just ever so slightly bigger, so they will fill this space around here. So the ones I have on here now, they're replica size side disc, and they're just slightly smaller than the disc that came on this plate, so they will fill this area more. So you can see on this side, the area around the disc is a little bit more filled in than on this side because of the side disc difference. And it was made by a different maker for this side disc. So yeah, and they are again front mounted. All right, let's bring in the replica belt, sort of compare the two. Okay, we've brought in the replica here. It's sort of immediately, you might be able to tell some differences here. Like, you can even see how they lay on the table from even a thickness standpoint, curve standpoint. But yeah. The replica, you know, it does its job as a replica, but it's missing a lot of details. Some of the art is not accurate to the ring version on the replica, unfortunately. But for what it is, the replica is good, and if it fits your budget, that's fine as well. But for some collectors, we want something more premium, something more accurate, as people would say. I'm not going to say TV accurate because that's subjective, and depending on what day you look at a picture or a video of the belt on TV. So that can differ. You can see the leather differences there. Pretty much the leather tooling and stamping is pretty similar between the two. And yeah, you see the replica is just everything just seems flat on the replica to me, like compared to the Altair version. Like the stones are just flat, detail around the stones are flat. But you know, even from the side plates, like they look very similar from first glance, but if you know what you're looking for, you will see those differences. And again, yes, the replica side disc will fit on this belt with some modifications. So if you want to put on your own side disc or what have you, and you already have some, you can just put them on this belt here, and they should fit fine once you modify them. So yeah, even look at the thickness differences. It's like the replica is like half the thickness of the Altair version here, and also the ring used version as well. It's just how it is. Even sidebars are different as well. They're on the replica, they're just flat. On there, you see how thick they are. And again, the replica, default replica side discs are flat as well, again here, versus this one where they pop out at you. But all right, that's the comparison here. We'll just do one more look at the belt here. One thing I would point out for side of fall off the belt or anything, these side discs here, see the side of the earth we're on here, both are the same. However, they should be different. Like we don't have North and South America, so that's just an issue. The Alianasi included, he has 2 belts he's making, so he gave me both of the same side discs. So he'll send me the right one of these days. But just want to point that out, that there should be a different side disc on this side of the belt versus it being both the same art on both sides. So that's a difference there. So I just want to point that out. So again, in terms of improvements or anything I would change about this, absolutely nothing. I am impressed with this belt. There's nothing I can really say about it that's bad. Like, it's just all positive. Like, if you're into this belt, you're gonna love it. You know, some people have love-hate relationships with these like network logo belts or whatever you want to call them, but my thing is, if made properly, the belt is impressive. Like, I've always disliked the replica versions of these belts, but I like the version that was on TV, the ring used version. And I will pop a image of the ring used version on the screen now, so you guys can see that versus this belt. But yeah, but again, this thing is impressive. But anyway, I think I've talked long enough on this review. We might do another video or something to do another look at the belt or something, but yeah, personally, this is one of my favorite belts in my collection currently. One of the best boots I've ever seen. Personally, I've seen a lot of different boots from different makers, from different belts and everything like that. By far, this one blows them all away in terms of build quality, craftsmanship, art, the whole 9 yards. It's just impressive all around. Oh, and another thing I want to show right quick is the removal of the side disc. So let's go ahead and do that now. All right, so here we are. Sorry I couldn't show the unscrew process on camera, but so here we are. Remove the screws, remove the side disc, and there you are. You can see the screws there through the holes. And again, if we take a replica disc, pop it there, you do see that it can fit, but again, you have to remove the posts for the replica and also drill through those stones there to get it to fit. But it will fit if you make it fit. So yeah, just want to show that process real quick because I know some people will ask about that, so we'll cover it here in this review. So yeah. But all right, let's go ahead and wrap up this review. Okay guys, that's going to do it for this belt review here. The 2013 WWE Championship, big logo, scratch logo, whatever you want to call it. But that was our review. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'll try to respond to everyone and be interactive down there. It'll be much appreciated if you guys let me know what you think about everything. But also be sure to check out all my other belt reviews here on the channel. There'll be a playlist on the screen. Make sure you are subscribed. There's lots of videos on the channel to check out, so make sure you are checking those out. Also, make sure you check out my gaming channel at Deus Legend XBLN, and follow me on all the social media platforms. Links to all that stuff will be in the description below. But again, this has been Deus Legend. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review, and thanks for watching, and see you on the next one. Bye bye.